Hi there, welcome. Coach Tonya with Criticalbench, Holistic Health Practitioner. And if the title of this video has you thinking I'm a bit narcissistic, give me the next few minutes to try to convince you otherwise. I'm actually being very sincere when I say, let's turn this pandemic into positive motivation. And here's what I'm getting at. Depending where you're at in the world, you may be in a lockdown situation. There may be stay-at-home orders issued wherever you're living. You might be quarantined, like self-quarantining. Hopefully, you are respecting social distancing and practicing that daily. And that means that all of a sudden your world got really, really small. I mean, this entire pandemic has, if anything, made me realize how small our world really is, because it's one common denominator that we all have right now, right? So yeah, all of a sudden the world sort of come to a halt, and our world has been pulled into probably a pretty small reach at this point. Beaches are closed, restaurants are shut down except for pickup and delivery, social outings like sporting events, concerts, you name it, everything's been canceled. There's no school. Small circle, right? Small circle. So with that comes a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. Hysteria can build quickly. But what if we took a 2-degree shift in our thinking? What if we turned the situation that we're currently in, by having to be like very limited in what we can do, where we can go, and looking at spending a lot more time at home, how do we turn that into motivation to do other things? One thing might be revamping your a healthy living plan for yourself. You might actually now, if you haven't done so before regularly, you might actually really be looking at, what have I been doing to really take care of my health? What have I been doing to really ensure excellent, nutrition, wellness, a positive state of mind, a strong, healthy physical body? And to help you do that, if you want to click that pinned comment below, we have a product there. It's called the 3-day immune boosting protocol. What that is actually is it gives you a 3-day protocol to get you on track, back on track with doing things that can fuel and feed a really healthy, strong body. And if you start with that 3-day protocol, and then you take the suggestions in that book and start doing a lot of things daily and consistently, you are going to build a healthier, stronger you, especially if you've been ignoring that. And if you are healthy and strong, your immune system's healthy and strong. And your immune system is all about keeping you safe from infection, fighting off viruses, fighting off bacteria. And it does a good job of doing that. But if you're not taking care of yourself, it's probably not working at its optimal state. So you want to click that pinned comment. You can find out more about that. And that might be something very positive you can do for yourself during this time. Other things you can do is think of the reconnecting as a family. Modern day families are super, super busy. You've got both parents working, kids are involved, parents are volunteering, you've got pets, there's so much going on that a lot of times on a Monday to Friday, everyone seems to be running in the opposite direction at high speed, and you're kind of passing in the midst of all of that. And now we've had to slow down. Now we've had to slow down because a lot of those things that we were doing are not happening for a period of time. Now a lot of us coming home from work, there's really, again, if we're honoring and respecting social distancing, there's really, other than maybe going for a walk and a bike ride, getting outside, getting some fresh air and some sunshine, there's really nowhere we're going to go to socialize. So you get a chance to maybe sit down and reconnect with family. That's a very positive thing. Do you know what's going on in your kids' lives? When's the last time you all sat down as a family and had family dinner together at the same time? When's the last time you sat down and had a family game night? When's the last time you sat down in a big bowl of popcorn and watched a movie together? When's the last time you all hung out in the backyard and maybe worked on a garden project, or hung out by the pool, or threw the football around or a baseball around? Whatever things that you enjoy as a family, or that you remember enjoying as a family, this is a great time to do some of those things again. And it's going to be amazing when you start doing some of this stuff, what your kids will start talking about, what you're going to learn about them that you didn't know. All right. What is something maybe you have been putting off, something you've wanted to do right now because of the number of lockdown situations that are happening across the world? There are certain online opportunities in terms of classes or, art workshops, not live stream, but stream like concerts, things like that, that as far as entertainment that you can participate in or enjoy. And, maybe you've always wanted to learn how to cook a certain dish. Maybe you want to make a big Mexican spread for the family. So you start, you get on YouTube and you watch some cooking videos, and now all of a sudden, you come out of this and you're like a gourmet Mexican chef. I don't know. I'm pulling ideas out of the air here, because what I really hope is that during this time, instead of focusing on everything that's wrong or that feels wrong and looks wrong, we're able to pull from that the time that we have that could be very still, filling it or turning it into things that can make us feel good. When's the last time you read a really good book, or have you had one that you keep putting on hold because you just can't keep getting to it? When's the last time you sat down and looked through baby photos or a wedding photo album? What are some like little projects you've been wanting to do but putting off because you just don't have time to get to them? Maybe there's maybe you have an attic you haven't organized and you've been saying for years you're going to do that. There's probably lots of pieces and parts of our lives that, because of the speed at which we're moving through life every single day, I'm not going to say necessarily that we neglected them, because neglected implies intention. Maybe some of that has been neglected because we just don't want to get to it. And maybe some of it has been neglected as just by default because we are so busy and we are so needed elsewhere. And those things become the priority, that other things that we maybe want to do or have been putting off, we just haven't had the time for. We haven't had the time to fit it in. And when we did have time, we're just tired. Well, right now is a really great time to sit down and ask yourself, what are some things I haven't done that I want to do? What are some ways I want to reconnect with my family? Who are some people I haven't reached out to? When it comes to a lockdown situation, in 2020, we're pretty darn lucky, because with FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, all of the social media platforms we have, staying connected to people right now, reaching out to a friend in another country and having coffee over Skype is something we can do. Is there someone you haven't talked to in a while? There's somebody I haven't talked to in a while that I actually now I want to call. So one way of looking at this pandemic situation can be very depressing, and certainly can bring you down energetically, spiritually, and can certainly make you feel completely hopeless and where this is gonna go. What we have is right now, and we don't really know, we can't predict, exactly what's going to happen. I feel incredibly hopeful that we're going to come out of this in a really good way. There are people working on what can be done medically to stop this virus, to kill this virus. That's going to help a lot of people. There's a lot of things that we can do to help decrease the spread of the virus. And in that time, practicing social distancing and, quarantine-like conditions, there's a lot of, we can actually take some selfish time and do some things that we haven't been doing because we've just let it fall by the wayside. So I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to a 2 degree, gosh, it's time to stop videoing because I can't talk anymore. A 2 degree shift in your thinking, and turn this period of time it's emotionally charged into some positivity and hopefulness for yourself and for your family. And again, check that pinned comment below if creating a really awesome lifestyle plan is something that you are motivated to do and you have the time to do it right now. Check that pinned comment below for a product that can help you with that. I'm Coach Tonya with Criticalbench. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click the subscription button and that notification bell so you don't miss any of our great video content. I wish you excellent health, happiness always. Take care, and I will talk to you soon.